Yeah, our guys are fired up for an opportunity to play in Atlanta. What a great venue. They do such a great job with the kickoff game, and something that we are honored to be included in and enjoy playing in these type games. And, looking forward to playing Oregon, who we have a lot of respect for. And obviously I have a great relationship with Dan Lanning, and those guys are doing an incredible job out there, number one in recruiting, but done a great job since his arrival. The energy in their program is at a really high level, and our guys are ready to embrace the challenge of playing a really tough opening opponent. So I know we'll have a great fan base there on Saturday afternoon, and looking forward to it.
We'll begin with Anthony Dasher of Rivals.com.
Morning, Coach. I was just wondering, considering Coach Monken's experience and success coaching tight ends, with this group you've got, the fact they're all apparently, all healthy, has it been like a mad scientist coming up with more unique ways to utilize the respective skill sets? And if so, how much have you liked what you've seen?
Well, he's primarily been a receivers and quarterbacks guy, and that's what he's coached most of his career. And certainly, the use of the tight end is really based on what your tight end personnel is. And last year, it was one of our best players, or really two of our best players, but one was injured for some of the year. Those guys got a great, unique group. They work really hard. They challenge each other. And, we got some really good wideouts, too. You look at what Ladd and AD have been able to do as young players, even last year with the production they've had. Marcus Rosenby is closer to full 100% from his injury. So it's one of those deals that you got a good group there, and you got to kind of see what the defense gives you, take what they give you, and it's going to be interesting to see how they play us in certain situations, and that may dictate by some of what we do.
Thanks.
Next we'll go to Chip Towers at the AJC.
Yeah, hey, Coach, I've been meaning to ask you, this is a little bit of a off-the-ball question, but I noticed that during the off-season, a position that you guys hired for a significant amount of different people for is something called a player connection coordinator. And I've been meaning to ask you exactly what is that, and obviously it's something you put an emphasis on in the off-season.
Well, it was an opportunity to grow the connection within our team. We felt like that's so important, is getting the right kind of energy and enthusiasm around our program, and the connection we use with our players to better enhance our product on the field. We've always felt like that teams are connected. The whole 1 + 1 = 3 motto is we're better together. And that's what those guys have been in charge of. They've done a good job of developing relationships with guys, and in a day and age when it's harder and harder to keep guys here, you want to keep guys within your program, and that way you have senior classes and junior classes that can help you win games.
So do they help coordinate your skull sessions and those kind of things?
No, not necessarily. We do that a lot in-house. They spend a lot of time with our players during the times that the players are free. So whether it's eating with them, spending time with them in the weight room, spending time developing as coaches, it kind of encompasses a lot of areas.
Thanks.
Next we'll go to Jordan Hill of Dogs 24/7.
Kirby, I wanted to ask you about Kendall. Just how have you seen him coming back from that hamstring, and do you anticipate he'll be full go on Saturday?
Yeah, he's done a great job bouncing back from it. It was unfortunate soft tissue injuries, hard to control and monitor, and so he had a few days there where he was not able to go full speed, but he was still able to do things. And so much of our game plan and stuff is walk through that he gets to do those. He gets to take the mental reps, and then the full speed reps is what he missed a little piece of, and he's been able to get that now for the last week or so. So he's hitting good numbers on the GPS. I think he's in good shape. He's very bright, so I'm looking forward to him being a big part of things.
Thanks.
Next we'll go to Mike Griffith of AJC Dog Nation.
Mr. Griffiths, are you muted?
Yeah,
Mike
Coach.
Griffith.
Yeah, I'm here. I appreciate it. Coach, you said a few times this fall that a lot of those freshmen will have to play, and I know you don't keep these kind of comparative charts, but will this be one of the most inexperienced defenses that you've had with the young guys that are out there in those key spots?
I'm not sure. I don't, like you just said, I don't have a way of keeping up with that. My mind doesn't allow me to think that far back. I think every year is different, and I don't know the answer to that. I don't think it's going to be a matter of the most freshmen we've played, because I don't know how many freshmen are going to play significant roles. But there's certainly a lot of inexperience, because there was so much experience last year. You couldn't help but have inexperience, because there's so many guys that played last year that aren't here this year.
Next we'll go to Steve Moulton on WZZN.
This morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Steve.
Good morning, Coach. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask about Stetson Bennett and what kind of growth you've seen out of your quarterback there since last season, Coach.
He's got more reps. He's got more work. So I think anytime you get, I guess the learning curve for most guys might plateau at the age and experience level of someone like Stetson, but he didn't have a lot of the same experiences as a traditional quarterback coming up that was a 2 for 2 years, then maybe started. I mean, he's been from walk-on scout team to 3 to leave to come back to be 3 to be 2 to be 1 to be 2. I mean, he's had a lot of reps in different roles, and he's embraced those. So this last go-round, he's gotten a lot of quality work. He's seen more of the one defense than he would normally see. So hopefully that pays off in terms of making him a better decision maker and making him more accurate.
And if you could evaluate what you've seen out of your offensive line this fall, and how comfortable do you feel with that group along the offensive line heading into this season, Coach?
Well, I'm very pleased with the work habits they have. It's a group that has some depth in it. There's some quality players in there, and they a lot of them share roles. And I think anytime you have an offensive line, it's kind of measured by the unity of the group. They're very unique in terms of how hard they work together and how they share in the bond of carrying and protecting their quarterback and backs and skill players. So this group's no different than any other I've had in terms of their respect for the offense and how they want to make sure we achieve all our goals. But I'm excited to see them go play.